Hey, what's up, man? So we had a really good talk last week about relationship advice. So I have another topic I want to talk to you about. Recently I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I figured you may have one or two answers because just feel like you have a lot of knowledge to share. So it's about roadblocks or anxiety or adversity in your life.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if you ever face any really really hard roadblocks, and whether they be physical or mental roadblocks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll start off by saying I'm going to say 90% of my roadblocks have always been personal,
Okay.
low self-esteem.
Ouch.
Having a low self-esteem and not believing in yourself. And I think that's where the roadblocks start. Now, the moment you start believing that you can't do what you want to do, then you're already defeated.
But low self-esteem. I mean, everyone kind of feels defeated when they have a low self-esteem. So it's just really hard to get past that point.
Okay.
So I can understand what you're saying. You should never ever really think that way, but everyone handles that situation like that differently. So
Right.
I mean, for example, what's the worst type of roadblock you ever faced? And where you ever faced it? Where has it happened?
Professionally, I faced a lot of roadblocks. Being the new guy on the block, everybody want to test your character. Sometimes when you are a certain type of individual,
Yeah.
even your enemy sees your greatness. And he's intimidated by that. So they would throw so many roadblocks in your direction and do certain things and say certain things to piss you off, but you gotta find a way to deal with that because you're gonna have to deal with it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what I did personally, I preconditioned myself before I came to work. I'll put on a favorite song, I'll put on a favorite cologne, I'll put on my favorite t-shirt, my favorite dress shirt, something like that, knowing that when I come to work today, I gotta deal with a certain type of entity. I can't let this enemy see me weak.
Got it.
Even if I felt a certain way, I'm not gonna let you see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Visually, you have to start with the person in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror in the morning, you gotta ask yourself, who am I today? You either gonna be that punk, or you're gonna be that bad dude who can overcome adversity and a loss is not a loss until you give up.
Right. Keep getting up.
You gotta keep getting up. So I don't consider that a loss. Falling down is not a loss.
It's just if you're willing to keep getting up.
You don't have a choice.
Okay. I can get behind that.
You really don't have a choice in the matter. You really have to. You know what? Look at Muhammad Ali. He lost. He's considered to be one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's taken some losses, but people respected him because every time we thought he was beaten, he got back up and he did it again. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. So I noticed you said the most roadblocks you've ever faced is usually in a professional setting.
Sometimes.
Okay. So I mean, is it the same type of roadblock that you always face? Since because everywhere is different.
Right.
But sometimes you tend to keep running into the same type of situation all the time. Is that the same for you, or it's usually different?
It's different.
Okay.
It's different. I wouldn't say it's always personal. I wouldn't say it's always professional. Sometimes it's my relationship status. Dealing with certain type of women. And, I'm in a better situation now.
Right.
Now I wouldn't consider this young lady roadblock.
Okay.
She's actually an open doorway for me. I actually, how you brothers say now, I leveled up. You know what I'm saying? I leveled up big time. So it's most of those roadblocks come when you're dealing with people who really don't care about you, but they want your company, they want your attention, but they don't really care about you.
Yeah,
You gotta find a way to disassociate yourself from those type of people. That's all.
Okay. So, for example, of one of the most difficult things have you ever run into? Like, how did you really get past that situation? You know, whether you had your friends around, your family around, or you felt like this is just something I had to do on my own. Like, what's your way of preparing for it, or maybe adapting to the situation? What do you usually do?
Most of the times I tell myself, no one's coming to save me.
Yeah, but don't you feel like, you know, at a point in your life, or what I would consider like nobody ever wants to be alone, or better yet, I feel like you really do need people to help you get through everything, because I don't think that anyone should go through anything solo.
Okay.
So, you know, I just want to see what your take is on that, because anytime I'm in a difficult situation, I make sure that, all right, if I can't do this on my own, I seek help of every single person that I know actually cares about me. So what do you usually do?
Well, most of the times I was always by myself anyway.
Okay.
And I'm sure at a time I probably didn't have the right people around me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to say to myself, you know what you gonna do, bro? Sometimes no one's coming to save you, and that's just a harsh reality. So literally, I would get up and say, you know what, Aaron, I gotta do this. Aaron, I gotta do this. If I fall down today, I'll get back up tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's something that you have to condition yourself to believe that you can overcome anything you want to overcome. I often tell people, never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it is. No matter how hard it is, man, you gotta keep hitting the pavement, bro. The same way those boxers hit that heavy bag.
Yeah.
Even when your arms get heavy and tired, bro, you gotta keep swinging.
All right. I mean, I know I like your way of thinking, but like, have you ever? I mean, you're very stable right now. From, you know, what you've been saying about your past, that you had to do it all on your own. Like, have you gotten to a point now where, all right, I'm comfortable, I can let people in now, or do you still like go in with the mindset like I have to do this first, or let me just try with people first?
You know what? I learned to work as a team now. Like I said, I'm in a different situation right now.
Yeah.
So I can't think about Aaron. Just Aaron. There's someone else with me now, so I can't really be selfish and like, this person doesn't exist, and this person does exist, and this person does care about my well-being.
Yeah.
So I have to share how I feel. I have to let this woman know that, okay, baby, this is what's going on right now.
Right, because, you know, like, once you're at that stage in your life,
Because, you know, sometimes men, we don't always have the answers, and sometimes that woman will have the exact answer you need.
that's true. And, you know, whatever you do, it's like you said, you can't really think for yourself, because whatever decision you make kind of affects that other person too. So I can understand that. But in this scenario, has anything that you have ever run into that has affected you really badly, does it still have the same type of effect now, or are you still suffering through something that you felt like you never really overcame way back then?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say right now, at the end of that tunnel right now. You know what I'm saying? Now again, I'm able to open up a little bit and express myself. But the person I'm giving this information to cares about what I'm going through or what I went through. She cares. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I can reveal who I truly am to somebody who's not going to use it against me.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important that sometimes we are sharing these feelings and sharing these thoughts. Does this person you're sharing these feelings and thoughts with care about you as an individual? Or they're just there just to listen and be nosy? But like I said, not everybody's going to have the answers, but sometimes we just be smarter to listen. And not to put the weight on somebody else, but sometimes you got to just vent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And being around people who can help you along that way, you need those kind of people around you, man. You really do.
Oh, I agree. You know, there were certain things that I ran into in my past, and I guess now that I look back on it, I see a lot of fault in myself because I never really addressed those situations, or I never really opened up about it. So, you know, I repressed them, and I realized, like, if I get into some situations, all those past memories or things that I never overcame, they come spilling out.
Right.
and then I catch myself after. So I never really found that level of, or I would say I never really found somebody that can actually understand me from my perspective, because nobody ever really does. Nobody can say, oh, I walked a mile in your shoe, because at the end of the day, everybody handles situation differently, and each situation is unique in its own, even if it's the same thing that happened to somebody else. I don't know if you can agree with that, but if you were to give some sort of advice on how to face a situation like that, what would you tell someone? Because I see a lot of people taking the wrong path. Some say suicide, I'm gonna shut the whole world out, and that really hurts, because there's a lot of good people in the world, but just based on the type of situation they're in, it may not seem like that to them. It may seem like, all right, I'm in this by myself, but in reality you're not. And sometimes you might not see when somebody's trying to open up and say, hey, I'm giving you a hand, I just need you to take that leap now. Yep. So what kind of advice would you give to someone or anyone facing any type of roadblock, adversity, or just burdened down with social anxiety that may not know how to take the first step? What would you say?
Your circle of friends. You got to, you know what I mean? It's all about the individuals that you have around you. You have to be the individual who stands out and you're like, okay, does this person add value to my life? Does this person add value to my life? This person doesn't add any value to my life on this level, so I'm gonna keep you over there, because you're gonna aggravate me, and you're gonna bring up those repressed thoughts from the past, because you don't need anybody around you who's gonna erupt that. You don't need any, no negative thinking people around you. You don't need that. You need to be around people who are compassionate, people who care about your general well-being. You know what I'm saying? I remember when my mother passed away, I won't say the person's name, but that person gave me the opportunity to call him at any time I wanted to call him, even when he was at work.
Got it.
2 hours straight, because I needed to let it go. I'd rather it be out than in. I'd rather have dealt with those emotions right then and there, and I didn't want to carry them over to the next week or the next month.
Right.
Or take that out on somebody else who didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? So my thing is this. I'm fortunate enough now to have some very good people around me. I can't even, argue and say I got a lot of negative people around me, but I do have I have great people around me. I have very great people around me. So again, it's more about your circle of people.
Yeah, it just really sucks, because it's, you'll see someone and they don't even realize. So
your real friends do.
That's true. That's also very true. Because I think you once told me, like, you did tell me that your real friends are not only there when things are going good. They're there to celebrate the good with you,
of course,
but they're also there that, hey, yo, you're going through something bad, I'm here.
Definitely.
But at the same time, it's kind of really up to you, because you can't really bring a horse to the water and force it to drink.
It depends on what it is sometimes, man. If you're just whining about who ate the last slice of cheese, I'm gonna tell you to shut up. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if we're dealing with something that's real, and it's like your mental health is at risk, then I have to give you that. I have to give you that platform to stand on to speak. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, it goes back to the circle of people you're around. And like I said, you just can't be whining about the last slice of cheese and who left the toilet seat up, who ate the last ice, who left the spoon in the sink. I don't care about stuff like those are not, so
trivial, very trivial.
I don't give a damn who ate the last slice of cheese. Just close the refrigerator. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what else you got, man? What's up?
Well, that was it basically. I mean, there's another subject that I want to touch on, but I really think I'm gonna have to think about this one, because this one's really, really important, and I think it'll be beneficial, because I just think it's something that gets really glossed over a lot, and I want to really think about it before I bring it to your attention.
I got a good topic. I know this. I don't want to get too far off this. I've never been married before,
Right.
so we need to hear a married man's opinion on a lot of things.
Would you believe me if I told you I know the right person?
I know just who.
All right. So you think we should bring him in next week, right?
The person that we're going to be questioning is the guy holding the camera. so, so yeah, we'll be painting this gentleman on maybe audio. If he wants to go on video, we'll do it. But we need to start doing more things where you just won't hear my outlook and my perspective on it. I would rather hear from a man who's married and who wants to be married.
Right. Be more inclusive. Got it.
Yeah. Not someone who's married, but you want to talk to somebody who wants to be married and enjoys being married. So yeah,
it's a beautiful topic.
Beautiful topic.
But really appreciate the input.
Okay.
And we should definitely do this next week or whenever we formulate the next topic. But we got this. I will say this though. I want to thank everybody who really liked the last podcast we put up. I got, I think, 47 views. It's not much, but it's enough. That lets me know someone's listening and watching. And just feel free to like and share it. Don't be afraid to do it. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank the guys for helping me with this podcast on a weekly basis, man. So peace, stay cool, and God bless y'all.